The CDC says 1 in 5 adults who've had COVID suffer from long COVID, which means they have symptoms lasting 3 months or more after first contact with the virus.
Patients can experience continued loss of smell, taste, and headaches, along with other medical conditions like heart issues. News 5's Bryn Caswell shares a new procedure that is offering some relief, as well as community resources if you need support.
Since fall of 2021, Dolores Gray says life has been an ongoing struggle. That's when she was first diagnosed with COVID-19.
It's really hard when you think about going through grief and then you think about COVID.
Today, she's packing up her daughter's home, who passed away that same year. Her daughter, Brandy, died of heart failure, but Gray suspects it was COVID-related.
Got to clear through all of this and things like that, so it's been difficult.
Gray's grief doesn't end there.
Because I've had 2 people very close to me pass away from COVID.
On top of dealing with back-to-back losses, COVID-19 continues to haunt Gray. She says she's a COVID-19 long hauler.
I still have the headaches from time to time. Right now I'm dealing with a headache, and I never really have headaches like that.
Gray isn't alone. The CDC says nearly 20% of people who've had COVID-19 still experience symptoms. For Jennifer Henderson, her loss of smell and taste over the last 2 years has been debilitating.
I developed depression, anxiety. I couldn't sleep. So all of that, the SGB has completely turned all of that around.
She received a medical procedure at Cleveland Clinic, now being used to help patients regain their senses.
When I could smell that coffee, it was like, oh my God, because you feel like you're in a box.
Cleveland Clinic, University Hospital, and Metro Hospital each have programs to help people experiencing long COVID.
There's a lot of modalities out there that really can help these people. There's support groups for individuals, there are therapy groups.
Rosenberg believes the solution to help even more people comes from more research.
That's a work in progress. We're doing that right now. We're applying for different kinds of grants to be able to expand our services and collect data.
Despite the adversity Henderson faced, she considers herself lucky.
I would say I'm probably about 85%. There's just a couple things that are still a little off.
And while Gray's battle with long COVID is far from over, she remains hopeful.
It has become part of my life now. And so I'm just waiting for it to move on out of my body, and hopefully with research, others could get help and we can end all of that, those problems.
In Cleveland, Bryn Caswell, News 5.
Now, we posted a list of long COVID resources and community support groups on our website and our News 5 app.
Your sense of smell is something you should never take for granted. A Harvard professor says everything you smell is handled by the olfactory bulb in your brain. But to get there, those smells have to go through regions regulated to emotion and memory. Smell is also crucial to what we eat, obviously. The professor says when you chew, food molecules make their way back into your nasal tissues. That means what you think of as taste is actually your sense of smell at work. You can test it out by pinching your nose and eating some vanilla ice cream. Instead of tasting vanilla flavor, you'll only taste the sweetness. I'll have to try that out because I didn't think about that.
I saw that video that was posted by Cleveland Clinic. It was making the rounds online, and it just really struck a chord with me because I said, I couldn't imagine for 2 years not being able to taste or even smell.
Yeah.
So I'm just so glad to know that the technology is there and there's a breakthrough. It's great.
And it's kind of like having just a head cold for the entire time you've been experiencing those symptoms. And hopefully folks will be able to find more relief from that, because I know I like to eat and actually taste my food.
You hear me? Me too.
I'm glad there's some relief for sure.
Yeah.